Grand Rising, how are you? Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is Tyra Omilade, your Goddess Guru, your sister friend. And y'all know I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the Goddess-centered lifestyle. How are you all doing? So glad to be here this morning for our midweek mini retreat. Good morning. Hey, Natasha. Good to see you. Welcome. So, glad to be here and to be counted in the number. It's a gift to be alive. I know the world feels like if we look at the news lines and it's a lot of stuff going on that's rough, but it would lead us to believe that life is rough. Life is hard. Maybe some of us are going through a hard time. I've seen people like having a lot going on right now, but it's still a gift to be in physical form, to have an opportunity to wake up each morning and give life a go. One more again. All right. As the old folk would say, one more again. Hey, Latasha, Grand Rising. Good morning to all of the goddesses out there. Y'all rock my world. And I just want to share a major, huge announcement. I'll be talking about this probably for all of this month. I'm menopausal. I know that's not an announcement that we usually hear people make, but let's normalize women going through their monthly stuff. All right. I don't really know what it's like for the period, if you're still mensing, because I'm just so far removed from that. I haven't had a regular one for a few years now. But I do remember, when we went through it, we need to normalize what that means and to honor that part of our life. We need to normalize perimenopause and help the younger sisters who are coming behind us, those of us who are going through it or have gone through it. Leave a trail, leave a message. The lady who wrote the book on menopause, her last name is Northrop. I don't know. It's something about that lady. I never could read that book. But anywho, we need to write some books about this. We need to be talking about it. This is why we need circles. This is why we need to have community with other women so that all of our voices get uplifted and we get to share. And we need to normalize. I'm thinking about having a menopause party. Everybody's invited. You don't even have to be in menopause because half of y'all not. Most of y'all aren't. But I'm thinking about having a menopause party because we need to celebrate this is what it means to be a woman. We go from being this baby girl who has all these little eggs inside of her little womb. If she chooses to bring life into the world, she has all those little eggs there, right? And then we get to that point where they start making that transition and go into having their first period. Why are we not having new first period parties, right? And then just to honor women. I never read The Red Tent, but I do encourage those of y'all too who are in your menstrual, you're having your menstrual cycle, especially if you're at that point where you can give birth, even if you're in your 40s and you wouldn't dream of having a baby at that point. I still think The Red Tent is good because it is about honoring that cycle. And then perimenopause is hell for a lot of women, and good for all those who the period just went away. That's not what a lot of people in the United States, women in the United States, experience. So we need to have support in place for those women. And then for those of us who are making our way into our second spring of life, especially as we come into menopause, we got to celebrate that too. So hello, how are you, Freehall? Good to see you. So today I want to do just a little bit of energy work with everybody. I guess I should have used a different microphone, but We're going to do a little bit of energy work today, and we are going to, I'm going to do a mindfulness practice so that we can just make sure we're doing this embodiment work. Um, oh, also, you'll see that there is going to be a solstice circle so that we can be together with the solstice. So I'll get y'all more information on that, but just mark your calendar. I couldn't remember if I put in the system 6 p.m. Eastern time or Central time. I think it's 6 p.m. Central time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern time. So mark your calendars, June 18th. It's virtual. Y'all know I'm a virtual sister. Okay. So, yes, thank y'all so much for being here. Actually, let me turn off the little music, and let's just go on ahead and do just a little bit of energy work. How are y'all feeling in your energy? Is everybody good? If you're like me, I have been feeling a little bit stressed. um, maybe just a lot on the plate, but I just feel like, yeah, sometimes when I see what's going on in the news, it can be a little bit depressing. I'm not going to bring up any music. We're just going to do this thing. Okay, take care. Take care. So let's go on ahead and do just a little bit of energy work. And also, greetings to the hashtag replay queens. Those of y'all who are going to watch, let's just start off with taking our hands, and remember your hands. Actually, if you look at your hands, these are healing hands. Your hands have healing energy. Glad you've been good. Glad you have been good. Okay, so let's take our hands and put them on top of our hearts. We're just going to take a little deep breath in, inhale, and exhale. And you just do it at your own pace. Exhale through your mouth, allowing your body to just become more and more in the now moment. Take a deep breath in, inhale, and a long, slow, deep breath out. Feeling yourself move more and more into stillness. Deep breath in, inhale, and a long, slow, deep breath out. Beautiful. Okay, so what I want to work on right now, really quickly, is and I might take off my headphones for this. I want to work on our meridians. Let me just take a sip. So what we're going to start out with doing is come right here to your cheekbones. This is the stomach meridian, and I actually need this. For some reason, I'm not fully awake right now. But anywho, I want you to dump right here on your cheekbones. Take a deep breath in, inhale, and exhale. Working on our meridians is key for keeping our energy balanced. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Beautiful. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come right here to our collarbones and just thump all around. Inhale and exhale. Greetings, greetings to everybody who's here. Good. Inhale and exhale. Get that energy moving, okay? Next, we're going to come here. This is called the thymus meridian. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is called spleen meridian. And you just want to thump right where the bra line typically is, right here on your rib cage. Inhale and exhale. Good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, and I'll probably have to lift my table up just a little bit, my desk up. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the figure 8 with our finger. And we're going to start connecting our chakras. Okay. So the first one is we're going to connect our feminine chakra. The second chakra is so important. If your second chakra is off, we want to make sure that we work on that chakra every day. If you have issues regarding money, self-worth, self-value, maybe sexual trauma, or you're just like off sexually, then you want to work on this. This is like our ground level chakra. It's the most important one for women. The feminine chakras are the second, fourth, and sixth. So we want to make sure we keep those on point. So we're getting ready to connect them to make sure they're on line with one another and working for us. So let's do the first one. We're going to connect the second chakra with the energy of Mother Earth. Okay. And so we're going to make a figure 8 from the top of our navel down between our legs. I'll show you. Here. Most people love this one. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to connect chakra 2 to chakra 4. So the sacral to the heart. Starting here to here. Like that. And you can breathe. Feel free to breathe as needed. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to connect the 4th chakra, our heart chakra, to our brow chakra, the 6th chakra. You ready? Let me come here. Mm-hmm. Now, what I want you to do now is I want you to imagine that there is a golden white column of light that's coming down, washing over your body. Cut all the cords, any cords that may be there. Inhale and exhale. Just allow the cords that are connected to maybe family, work, the person you saw at the corner store, something you saw online that disturbed you, because we have energetic cords to all the news and content that we consume. You want to just see that golden white column of light cutting all cords, just so that your energy is not being drained and it's feeding your and nourishing your own system. Inhale and exhale as you do this, because we're going to bring some more balance into our systems. We're going to use that figure 8 in spirals to do that. So I'm going to show you 2 things I think is important for everybody. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to use our arms to make a figure 8 all around our energy, because we have to remember we are energy beings, right? We are energy beings. I guess I could just bring it on up. And so, since we're energy beings, it's important for us to recognize we do have to manipulate this, but this is connected to this big aura that is around us. Okay. And this aura is picking up on everything. This is one of the reasons why things like feng shui are important, is because our energy is picking up on everything around us, right? So we want to set into this energy, our energy field, this energy of the infinity sign, one of the feminine symbols that we deal with, one that helps to bring us into balance, is the infinity symbol as well. as the spiral. So we're going to take our arms and we're going to make a big infinity symbol. I'll show you like this. Beautiful. Just keep making that infinity symbol. Okay. So then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take one hand over the top of our head, over this seventh chakra, and we're just going to make some spirals like that. Good. Okay. The last thing that we're going to do is one of my favorite things to do. It's called the hookup. And what we're going to do is there is a chakra, a meridian that goes over our head. So we're gonna push into our sixth chakra, or this just the middle of your forehead. Push in and pull up. Push in and pull up. Okay. And we're gonna do the same thing at our navel because it's gonna be connecting these two chakras. It brings so much. Like if I feel stressed and ungrounded, this is one of the things that I do. Like if I don't feel well, I will do this thing called the hookup. Let me show you what it looks like. You push in, pull up, okay? In and up at the navel, in and up here at your sixth chakra, third eye. And then you just take some deep breaths in, inhale and exhale. Just a few more moments. Beautiful. You can let it go. And I will go on ahead and show you something that I love to do. Let's say I sometimes when I go out in public, I hate it when people do this. They look you up and down real quick. I'm like, why? Like, you don't even know me. But it's something that has happened to me for a number of years, like almost my whole life. Don't get it. Sometimes I think maybe it's my scorpionic energy that people pick up on. I don't know. But people like always look me up and down. And we don't understand that that is something that somebody can unzip your energy. People can people can just through either a look or even a emotion. Like I could come up to somebody and move my hand in a certain way, like down or up, and it will affect that person's energy. It's not just me; it's anybody. And so when we shoots when we feel our energy has been affected by someone else, or like we've had an interaction and we are like, my energy feels off after dealing with that person, then something that I recommend is to reset your energy. And again, there is, if I remember correctly, the meridian that goes over the top of our head is called central meridian. I really need to memorize all of this. I just know where these energy centers are and I work them. And so, like, it used to be like when somebody would do that to me, being someone who's very intuitive and empathic, it would just like, I would be like, why did they do that? And why they looking me up and down? And, maybe I'm thinking about them after it was like 2 seconds, like not a long interaction. Nothing was said, but they did that to me. And my energy now is feeling off. And so Or, like sometimes if I'm having a conversation and somebody kind of like makes me a little bit like upset, I feel emotional. Nobody makes me upset. I feel emotional as a result of that conversation. Then I do this. You take your healing hand and you swipe it over that central meridian 3 times. That's from your forehead all the way down the nape of your neck. So, can you see me? Yeah. Let me get on this side. Yeah. And I do that 3 times. One, two, three. And that typically resets my energy. If I still am feeling some kind of way, then I'll go back and I'll do it 10 times. I'll do one, two, three, one, two, three, one, two, three, four. I will swipe my head in a minute. Oh, I'm so hot. Okay. So, yeah, these are all things. I hope you come back and revisit this. I call them energy routines, to continue to work on your energy. Greetings, Mystic Storm. Hi, Goddess. How are you? Um, okay, so now I hope that your energy feels like it has been reset a little bit. And I want to go on ahead and do let's do our mindfulness practice. I chose a practice that is about anxiety and stress just because I know, you know, it's been a little bit rough. We are going through, we're off the eclipses. We're still, like trying to recenter ourselves from eclipses. We just had that new moon in Gemini. And one of the things that Gemini can symbolize is the nervous system, anxiety, stress, because it's just so much news, so much mental chatter. Yeah. So and it's just this is what life is for some people right now. It's a lot going on. So if you would just go on ahead and get in a comfortable seated position, and we will go on ahead and get started. Hopefully, this practice will help you feel more grounded and relaxed, more alert to the present moment. And just take another few deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. We want to take long, slow, deep breaths to soothe our nervous system. Inhale and exhale. Allow yourself to let go of any stress you've been feeling. Just let go of any tension in your shoulders. Drop those shoulders. Let go of any tension in your jaw. Keep going with the long, slow, deep breaths for just another few moments. Good. Allow your breath to return to normal. And just bring your awareness to what it feels like to breathe right now. And just notice the physical sensations of breathing. As you place your awareness on your breath, what sensation stands out the most for you for your breathing? It might be in the rise and fall of your abdomen. It may be most prominent right there at your nostrils. Wherever that feeling is, that sensation of your breathing that stands out the most for you, just place your awareness right there. You experience the inhale and experience the exhale. And if you notice that your mind is wandering, just bring your attention back to focusing on your inhale and your exhale. And in mindfulness, we are always gentle with ourselves, compassionate, non judgmental. And you might even find it helpful to say the word inhale when you inhale and exhale as you exhale. Your mind will wander. Simply notice when it does. And with compassion and love for yourself, just accept or acknowledge, oh, my mind has wandered. And bring your awareness back to the physical sensation of breathing. Just observe each breath with a beginner's mindset as if it's the first breath you have ever breathed. This is an opportunity to pay attention to this present moment. Continue to place your attention on your breath just right now. And again, if your mind wanders, kindly and gently bring your awareness back to your breath. Allow yourself to explore this moment, to be curious about this moment, and to allow your breath to open up the doorway to this moment. And as you prepare to come out of this meditation, notice how you feel in your body. Just Take a moment to feel the feeling of presence. Take a moment to notice what it feels to be present in your body. Just offer yourself a little gratitude for taking the time to be present. And also carry this feeling of presence with you as you go out into your day. May you be present. May you be peaceful. May you be gentle on yourself today. Taking a deep breath in, inhale, and a long, slow, deep breath out. I hope that was helpful to you all. Good morning to the Queen, Cindy. Glad you're here, Mama. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to make sure that today I mostly focused on doing energy work and not talk so much because we really do need to make sure we are working on our energy. I feel better. I hope that you all feel better. Um, and yeah, I hope that this helps you to have, you know, the best rest of the week possible. And I plan on coming back. It probably won't be today. Yay. Glad you said that. I'm glad you like them, Natasha. Yes, I cannot lie. I love the hypnosis that I'm creating. I really do. Rising to you, Virgo Bliss. I am so happy you are here. She said, I needed this. Being a crying mess this morning, the trauma in the world is so draining. That's exactly why I came on here and did this for y'all. Virgo Bliss. I was like, I can't come on and do too much talking today. We got to work on our bodies. We've got to do this breath work on resetting ourselves. Virgo Bliss, I want you to take one finger right at your sixth chakra, and I want you just to make, and anyone else who wants to do this, and I want you to make a figure 8 right there at your sixth chakra. Okay. Take some deep breaths in. So once you start feeling overwhelmed, because, and again, y'all, I'm learning all of this. So I don't have it all super perfected. But what I did learn from one of my teachers is this sixth chakra, it like extends out into the world. And so I think for those of us who are very empathic, number one, make that infinity symbol right there at your sixth chakra. And then I'm not sure if you saw that I did this, Bliss, that you take your hand 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and swipe it over your head to reset your energy. My position, I just want to share this with you all. Oh, good, Mystic Storm. Very nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, let me backtrack. I am gonna come back and do the monthly wisdom. Happy June 1st. Oh my gosh, we're almost half of the way through this year. So that's number one. Number two, I plan on getting together some um, bundles for people to buy the hypnosis tracks. I have multiple hypnosis tracks, But yeah, I've been making the hypnosis tracks to help reset our energy. And again, my goal is to help you take the short path to getting done what you want. I want us to know there are hard things that we are going to have to do in life. There's a lot of things that it's like we are required to experience the trials and tribulations of the space time continuum. It is not something that has to be for everything. As many of y'all know, Black women, we are raised up to be like, man, you got to fight for what you want. You got to work hard for what you want. And there's a part of me that feels like we do, but it's like a way to fight that makes things easier. So, what am I fighting myself to do? Every day, hit play on those hypnosis. You gotta fight. You gotta fight your ego. It's like, girl, we don't need to do this hypnosis today, or we don't need to do this mindfulness today because we did it yesterday. Okay, no, that's easy. Put the earbuds in my ear, or if I'm not using earbuds, just set my phone, my computer right next to me and press play. And watch how things begin to happen when we begin to heal up that subconscious and to begin to program it so that it's working with us. And we're not like, why do I keep sabotaging myself? Why do I keep doing this? Why is change so hard? Right. Well, this is one of the ways that I want to make sure that you all understand everything in life does not have to be hard. I'm still trying to figure it out because there's a part of me that's like, I think the word that what we want to begin to shift away from thinking we have to be doing a lot of hard work, which I'm not there yet. I work hard all the time. I'm like constantly telling myself, why are you working like almost like nonstop, nonstop, nonstop? Either on my business or I have a part-time job at a nonprofit. I'm working on that. Or it's just like constant go, 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 go. So I'm not even saying I have it perfected. But what I will say is that the word commitment, that's the thing I think is the new hard work is committed, because committed will make you do whatever it is. Like, let's say I've been working on my health and wellness. Committed will make me say, well, I feel like I should be working on my business, but I'm gonna go on ahead and go for the walk. Or, yesterday I do several workouts with Sharkey. It's a belly dance fitness brand that I really, really love. And the founder of Sharkey, she teaches these classes. Like, this woman is no joke. Like, I'm like, what is up with belly dancers? Belly dancers got a chip on their shoulder. They're like, ain't nobody gonna come in here and think that we don't work hard. You gonna respect us. But it's really just her personality. She's she works hard, and she's is like, I believe in you. And so she's like, go, go, go. Come on, y'all. Let's do it. And so there's this workout I do on Tuesdays. It's called Dance Strong, which is working your body as a belly dancer, but it's the muscles and the weights, and it's very much working on the muscle, which is what I need. That's one of the classes that I'm like, this is what I'm signed up for. And there's sometimes when I was like, I hate every minute of this. Not all of it. Some of the exercises, I'm like, this is just hard. But you know what? I'm committed. I don't care if it's hard. I don't care if or Rita's like, Tyra, lift that leg up higher. She'll call me out. She'll see me like sort of like slacking and cheating. She'll be like, Tyra, go harder. Um, but when we commit, we're willing to do things that we don't want to do to get to where we want to go. And so those kinds of things are required, but it's a lot of flow and ease. I hear a lot of women talking about that right now. We want flow, we want ease. And then the world makes us confused about what really is okay. for that. We don't feel safe all the time. It's like we kind of like keep our masculine energy turned up because we don't feel safe to turn it down. But hypnosis is one of those ways. NLP is something else that helps you to just be like, well, whatever change I need to make, it'll just happen. And I don't know, like for me, hypnosis has shown me the importance of being relaxed, which is the lesson of my Orisha. Um, oh, the lesson of my Orisha, Yamaya. And so, that's one of the things I learned from studying the Metunetter. I set, which is the same energy, is about relaxation. And I used to be like, all right, when you get Yemajai, you want to you want to be relaxed in how you are approaching life. And the majority of us are not relaxed. The majority of us are carrying tension, even if we're not high strung and high energy, we're carrying a lot of tension. We're not relaxed. Um, but hypnosis requires relaxation because you have to disengage the conscious mind. The conscious mind, and then there's this part called the critical factor. Those parts, they're like, okay, I want to achieve this goal. Rejection, not doing it. And so you have to bypass all of that because it's all set up to it's a system. The conscious mind, the subconscious mind, the critical factor, um, the RAS. It's like this whole system. And so you have to consciously go in there and reprogram it. And so, hypnosis for me is like every day I'm on a vacation. Honestly, it's like, okay, I'm getting ready to go get away because you have to a certain degree, you want your conscious mind to be disengaged so that your subconscious mind will receive the suggestions. This is what so much of what's happening in our lives is about. Something has been suggested to you, whether you suggested it yourself or you received the suggestions from someplace out in the world. And so, we want to understand that and begin to actively do this work. And so that's why, number one, we want to be cautious about what we see. I personally can't just unplug totally from the news cycle. I don't really watch the news, but I will kind of keep up with headlines. It's hard not to. Um, but definitely limit what we're taking in because all of that's a suggestion. Everything, even my stuff is a suggestion. I just have made a decision. Whatever I suggest to you, it's to empower you. So even my work is suggestion. I'm making suggestions to you. I suggest that you feel good about yourself. I'm making suggestions that, you are a powerful goddess and all power resides in you. You are valuable beyond measure. We're all making suggestions and receiving them. And so, that's one thing to think about. And then the other thing to do is to go into hypnosis and go into NLP, which I need to talk more about because that actually, there's some things that hypnosis may not fix that alone. You might want to combine it. I actually combine hypnosis with NLP. But it's a lot of things we can begin to do to bring more ease and flow. And then the other thing that I talked about earlier in this particular live stream is understanding that we actually are like walking energy. I didn't show y'all the other thing. So let me show y'all the other thing that I want y'all to start doing. Because once I started doing this, it helped me to navigate being out in public. So we're energy, right? I want you to imagine it's like this energy bubble that's around us, but this thing like it's just like really far out, or it can extend very far out from you. Okay, and but guess what? We have control over it. So what I learned from my teacher is If you feel like you go places and too many people are noticing you, you're picking up energy from everywhere, then you want to like pull your energy in. And the way she showed us is you're going to take your arms, long lever, and let me just stand up and show you. Yeah. So that's going to bring your energy in. Sometimes when I'm out in public and I'm just picking up on way too much stuff from people, which is every day, then I will tell my energy come in, or out. You don't even have to do it big. Sometimes I just do it like this. And then I imagine that my aura, it comes in. I bring it close to me, right? And then when you feel like nobody is really noticing you, maybe you're someplace and you want your energy to be seen and acknowledged. Because sometimes people are a little bit more uh, introverted and they don't exactly know. Like those of us who are extroverted, we will make our presence known. Introverts have to work on it. And so if you have to, or maybe you just want to be more aware of what's going on, then you just go the opposite direction. And, you just do it smaller if you don't if you don't want people to be like, "What is she doing?" So yeah, I want to make sure that was the one that I didn't show y'all earlier. So make sure you are cautious with your energy. Now, the last thing, this is me talking to Bliss. So, Bliss, one thing that this is, and it's for anybody who feels this way, because I've had to have this conversation with myself this week. So, I am of the opinion, and I might be wrong. I just haven't gotten to a place where I can't keep up with the news stories. And the stories about the children in Texas, there was some video of the dad crying. He was like, "I just want my girl back. I don't want people's condolences. I want my girl back." And, his life is shattered right now. And I was like, I'm forcing myself to watch this because I have to be part of the solution. And I have to figure out what that looks like, which I love supporting activists. I'm constantly looking for organizations that are going to be out there yelling and screaming at people because I'm not going to do that. I will do it a little bit online, but I'm not the one that's gonna go to the courthouse. I can't energetically, I can't take that because, okay, y'all know, intuitive. But my thing is I've got to figure out what I'm gonna do because I can't tolerate this living in a society. I'm at least gonna try to do something, right? But I have also told myself, I'm not gonna sit around here. I'm gonna feel this grief and then it's got to be gone because we have been left here, right? So maybe something that we can do is figure out how do we channel the grief. And, and we have to believe that our way of channeling actually matters. Will it bring back any of those children or any of the people who we have heard have been adversely affected through all of this gun violence in the United States? Either they're no longer here, they're dead, or their loved ones are living with the aftermath of all of this unnecessary violence and death in this country. Um, we have to really believe that it's going to make a difference in some kind of way, that a small token that has that intention of healing, it matters because it will not serve us or our destinies to allow this world and the trappings of it to make us constantly stay down. I honestly believe that some of it is actually designed to disempower us. Some of this is designed because this can be avoided. This is not happening all around the world. This is something that this country has agreed to for whatever reason. And so I think it's important for us. Yes, y'all know I was one of the ones that was like, "Oh my gosh," I like it stumped me like, and just feeling sad and depressed and coming off being extremely high with my son graduating. I had to say, I can't fully go into what happened in New York, Buffalo, because this is too close to this moment for my family. I was like, I just can't do it, right? I just had to make that decision. And then on the other side, I'm still floating up high. And I even have this thought, whenever something good happens, something bad happens. And I just started saying, I don't give a damn anymore. I'm gonna celebrate when Imma celebrate. Imma cry, Imma grieve, I'm gonna do the work I need to do to help bring healing to the world. But guess what? I ain't staying down because it's not gonna help. So I think it's important for us to make sure that we understand if all I feel like I can do, because I'm not in Texas, and I vote for people who want to make this place safer. So I don't know what else to do right now. I will donate. I do donate to people who are trying to rectify the problems of this country, activists in particular. Um, so I don't know what else to do. So I just have to believe, me lighting my candles and sending healing energy in that direction to those families and to those children and, their souls and coming on live and talking to you all. I did say one thing I want to do is to bring us together and do some healing ritual work. So I'm going to get that together. But I have to believe it's enough. And then I'm going to go live a very happy, peaceful life. I'm just telling y'all, we're going to have to do it because if we don't, then our energy being down, especially as powerful feminine beings like we are, it's going to start sending a message to the universe. They want more of doom and destruction. And I say to hell with that. No, we're sending a strong message to the universe. We want peace. We want harmony. We want prosperity, abundance, happiness, joy, whatever that looks like for each individual, even the ones who would prefer we don't have it. If I got to pray that they get it too, in order for all of us to have it, so be it. So be it. Now I'm not one who is about, being I'm a pacifist to a certain degree, but it's only in certain ways. I'm very much an activist. Like I'm very much like we need to fight. um, but also the what I know about spirituality, I know that I have to be sending out a certain vibration. I have to be walking in a certain vibration in order for me to call it in. And I'm like, "No, I'm not." My ancestors, okay, for all of us Afros, I don't care if your ancestors were here or not, we all involved in this. My ancestors, this country was built on their backs. I'm not going out like that. Y'all, I'm not going out like that. This country is gonna conform to the abundance and prosperity of, Black people. Black and brown people. This country will conform to the abundance and prosperity of the indigenous people of this land. And that's just how it is. Yeah, I'm going to cry and then I'm going to get up and, I'm going to do my work. I'm going to call in what I want for this country. Okay. I'm so happy y'all been commenting. Let me see. So I want you, Bliss, to make sure you reset your energy because you're, intuitive and empathic. And the empaths, that's something that I need to make sure we do. We need to talk about how do empaths survive, and what do we bring to the world? And I honestly believe that part of what we bring is in these moments of stress and trauma that we are the people who are able to like listen and hear from the ones who are struggling. Like this morning, Bliss has said, "Hey, I've been like torn up over all of this. Come on in, Bliss. Let's love on you and help you to get your energy reset." And then Bliss is now going to be able to go back out and do the same for other people. This is part of what we do as healers and artists and energy workers, all of that. Oh, good. I'm so happy that helped. Hi, Keita May. Yes, glad you're here. You're always on time. Greetings, Courtney. I agree with commitment being hard work. I'm committed to my nourishment, which includes rest along with action. It is essential. This culture loves us to be broke down. And I don't know if it's just the USA. The USA is notorious. Like, I connect with entrepreneurs around the world, and they're like, it's something real special about USA entrepreneurs. And I told this one lady, I was like, let me tell you something. She lives in New Zealand. I said, let me tell you something. A lot of us dream of coming to New Zealand because we're tired. We're tired of the hard work and hustle culture. We have to have hard. We have to work hard because this country is like, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I'm like, that's not human. Humans are used to being interdependent. We don't have to be dependent all the time, but we thrive on community. And so, we this hard work that they see us doing, yeah, I mean, it has its strengths, but it has its downsides. And I think that we have to begin to tell us, well, let me give you something that one entrepreneur said, Courtney, rest is part of the work. So there are times, I think it was Saturday. Woo. I woke up Saturday. I was like, I got nothing. I had so many meetings, and then I did the retreat, the new moon retreat on that evening. And the whole week had been me just like trying to bring myself back from the trip I had been on. And I was just like, I'm a slug. And I just was okay with it. That me, the one who has to combat workaholic tendencies every day. I was just like, work is part of rest is part of the work. And when I came, I was so much better. Look at me now. I feel great. Greetings, Rachel. Yes, hashtag replay. You are good. I did that motion, okay, with the arms as a kid. Oh, I love that, Keita May. Isn't that interesting how it's like our little human selves when we're little, it knows what to do. I want y'all to think about that. Perimenopause, and just in case anyone who is here late, I am now fully menopausal. Woot! And the crowd goes wild. I'm really gonna think about what can I do to have a menopause party. Maybe one of my sons is here. When he's gone to work out or something, I'll come on and we'll dance or something, so I can blast my music. But anywho, um, perimenopause. When I started reading things that I was like, oh my gosh, this is like tearing me up. It was like a very hard perimenopause for me was from about 42, for sure 44. That was when the big changes started really happening, like, my muscle tone just was, like, gone. I used to have, like, the perfect arms, didn't have to do anything. Everybody was like, "Dang, you got nice arms." Yeah, 44, I was like, "What is this under here?" But anywho, I started noticing it at about 44, so I'm 52. Look how long it took. Um And I remember when I started hearing things like drink pickle juice, eat pickles. I'm like, "What? I used to do that all the time when I was a girl. I need to return to my childhood ways." Lemon juice, I've always just like squeezed the lemon into a glass and just drink it. So, so good for us, right? I don't even remember half the stuff while I'm doing most of it. I know a lot of it has to do with digestion and the gut flora, stuff like that. Um, and so I just encourage y'all to open yourself up to remembering things that you've done as children. So go back to it, Keita May. Go back to it. It works. Okay, so then what? Then this morning, I wake up to the breaking news of another unarmed, what? Black woman. And it was sent to me when I was pregnant. Oh my gosh. You were attacked when you were pregnant, Virgo Bliss? And that's probably bringing up memories. Let me see if you put anything else in here. Yes, last week I sent Reiki to all the victims. Okay. Yeah, we yes. Okay. Yeah, I think that I'm gonna have to go on ahead. And this again is just me. I would love to hear from you all. What do you do when you hear stories like this? You know, all of this trauma, all of this violence. It was sent to me when I was pregnant. I was put in preterm labor. All of the violence that we're hearing about. What do you do? First of all, to reset your energy, and then secondly, and if you don't watch news, I want to hear that too, because that's actually an option. I don't think that any of us should feel like we have to do anything. I think about my father-in-law who he's 86, 87, something like that. He's getting up there and getting up there. He's up there. But he's really at that place where, he's just really in the moment. Like the mindfulness practice that we did earlier. He doesn't have to care about anything. Or when I think about my new little niece who is 2 months old, she doesn't have to care about anything. We actually could put ourselves in that position. There's no requirement to keep up with all of this news. Half the time, I'm telling y'all, the media, they're just like, what can we do to keep them consuming? They got all kinds of ads in there, their whatever their platform is for us to see. We feel bad. What do? We go to the store, and we buy stuff. We have been I recently learned this. It was shocking. I knew it, but to hear the history of it, or of how we have been groomed to be consumers because of the capitalistic society that we live in. And so that is an option for us to be like, you know what? All I'm going to do, this is another way I boil it down to. All I'm going to do is focus on what I have power to control. It's not being selfish. It's to a certain degree preserving your energy so that you stay in the game and moving yourself to this place where you actually can take a step, an empowered step that makes a difference, even if it's just in your life, in the life of your family. The other thing I think about, and it's just been a feeling that I've been dealing with. Sometimes I think it's a little bit Scorpio. And then I'm going through these eclipses. This is like in major parts of my chart. I just keep saying to myself, I actually don't know how much longer I have here. I don't feel like it's my time. But there's a part of me that's nervous, like, if I knew this was my last day here on earth, what would I honestly be let's say I knew I only had 6 months. If that was the case, what would I do? Like, how would I spend my time? And I think most of us would think, "You know what? Let me be grateful for as much as I can be, because this is about to end." You cannot experience this reality without a body. And it's millions and millions of souls, so probably an infinite number of souls that are waiting to incarnate because all of us can't be here at the same time. Yes, we see all these babies coming back. Souls still want to come here. It makes me make choices about how I'm really going to show up in my life. And that makes me say, well, let me make sure I pick up the phone and let my husband and my sons know, my friends, my family know how much I love and care about them. I can do that, you know? And it makes me say, let me go live. Let me see if I've shared everything that I can share and get this parked on YouTube so that, you know, once I'm gone on to the other side, who knows? Maybe nobody will find my channel after I die. I don't know, but it'll be here as long as YouTube is here. I know for a fact I will have left something that will help somebody, even if they find it like, let's say I'm gone, I've been gone for 30, 50, 100 years or so. As long as YouTube doesn't take down my channel, somebody might find it. Sometimes I go to places like, maybe some social media platforms and post it there. I like having a digital footprint. Somebody may want to know what I have to say, and it might really help them. Think about how many people have become more famous and more well known because they left a footprint of some sort. They just went on ahead and did it. Billie Holiday is one of my favorite examples of that. They were like, "Your singing sucks. You're not singing anything that's gospel, and this ain't blues. What is this singing you're doing?" She came from a very traumatic childhood. This is one of the reasons I love studying history and our ancestors because they make me say, "Oh, I got to keep going." Our ancestors were creating and making a life in the midst of like racism and slavery and Jim Crow. Those of us who have ancestors who it doesn't matter brought to the US or the Caribbean or Latin America. Like they were like, we got to figure out how to make a way out of no way. We got to keep creating. We think about all the black inventions that were created. They didn't even get their patents, but we know they did it, right? And so, Billie Holiday, she kept singing, drug addict and all, people feeding her heroin addiction. She was miserable. She kept singing. And now look at her. She helped birth a new genre of singing. That's what I think is called for right now is I just got to remember one day I'm going to be gone. So I got to make the most of what I'm here for. I'm very practical. So yeah, I like things that have purpose and meaning. And so, yeah, that's the meaning that I find in life. It's like when I'm gone, I need to make sure I have left everything that I came here to leave. I've done everything that I came here to do. And I'm not going to let the United States and all these things that would love to see me fail. I'm not going to, I've done that already. And it worked. It broke me. I'm done. I'm not going to be broken like that. I want to walk healthy and feel good and live in alignment with my destiny. And I say, all of us, we have a destiny of abundance and prosperity and a destiny that allows us to share our gifts in a meaningful way. That's your true destiny. Mhm. Okay. Norfolk, Virginia. Everybody, let's just take a moment to send light and love. Let's just send it to the sister that Virgo Bliss mentioned, who's been shot and killed while she's pregnant. Send it to her, Soul, Norfolk, Virginia, and any other place that you would like to send it out to. That's something else that is not addressed enough is, the crime and the violence in Black neighborhoods. Not to say I associate Norfolk, and I might be wrong. Keita, let me know if I am with Black folk. But I'm from Jackson, Mississippi, and so I know what it's like to live in a predominantly Black city, and it just be like so sad that you know this is where we are. We don't have to stay there, and so yeah, we send light and love just everywhere. I want you to see all of this beautiful energy from your energy matrix touching all of us who are here and in the replay is all touching together. And now I want you to shoot it out across the United States. And we'll hover it over Norfolk, Virginia. We'll hover it over Texas. I don't know how to say that word, but wherever that was in Texas. Buffalo. I don't know. It's just been so many places. And we can even extend it out even further, to other places. Like for me, sending it to Africa and hovering it out over the women there who, quite frankly, are they don't get to walk in their power. They are not empowered in a lot of places in different parts of Africa We want to hover it over that, for me, that's what I do. Any other place. And I just believe what we are doing right now matters. I think it makes a difference, and I want us to look for proof of how it is making a difference. So y'all are just really reminding me that I've got to come on here and do more work like this where we're channeling together as a community. Beautiful, Courtney and Natasha, Virgo Bliss, Mystic Storm. Thank y'all so much for all these beautiful comments. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm so proud of you, Virgo Bliss. I sent Reiki to all the victims' family and all the children in the school. I felt it so hard, but I felt good after knowing I was doing my part. This really matters. This kind of work matters. We don't have enough of it, but that's why we've come together as a community. I love this question so much. Um, okay, so I love that you're saying to prevent it. Um, Let me say it out loud. Um, do you have healing tips to prevent fibroids? So I love that question because in my mind, it is important for us to do work to heal our womb. And so, pretty much, as a Sacred Feminine Mysteries priestess, just about everything I do is a reflection of the work that I have been taught to do by my godmother. And so, doing things like healing our energy, because what is the fibroids? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not saying I'm an expert on fibroids, but in my mind, whenever we have something going on with our body, it is that energy has been channeled or it has not been released. And so it's stuck. Okay. And so fibroids, as I see them, are, hold on, let me take a sip, are maybe a bunch of emotion, so maybe even specifically trauma to a woman's womb, yoni. Maybe there's been some type of sexual trauma. Um, it's unexpressed emotion, and so it just gets stuffed. And maybe if you're Cancerian or you're ruled by Yemaja, something like that, maybe even Oshun. I guess it doesn't really matter because I was about to name. Oh yeah, but I do think that some people have a propensity. Seriously, Cancerians, that womb energy, you know, Yemanja people, that womb energy is like it's, or if you have something in the fourth house, maybe if you scorpionic, it might give you a propensity. So where some people, they might have it in their bones, like it won't go to the womb, it'll go to the bones. Um, but there's some people I think might even have that propensity. And so that's something to think about if you are ruled by one of those signs, perhaps. I would have to think about it a little bit more. Or the house placements, fourth and eighth, maybe even 12th. You might set you up for a propensity for when you have unexpressed emotion, wounds, different things like that, unhealed wounds, that energy is going to go settle somewhere in the body. Okay. And for some women, it's going to be down there in the womb. Now, what I just heard to say to y'all is, why do Black women disproportionately have fibroids? So, this is where generational healing is important. Like, if I would say this, feel like I'm channeling. So, y'all just Take what works for you and leave the rest. And, you are your own guru. I'm not really y'all's guru. You're your own guru. What I heard just now was, if I were any of y'all, if you got any issues with your mama, if you have issues with other women in general, but especially that mama, or that there's something in your lineage with the women in the lineage, it's an expression of how many of the Black women's wombs were violated during the slave trade, and the time when slavery was, like, legal here in the United States. And we did not have agency over our bodies, which is a lot of women. Anywho, we had even less. And so all of that trauma is being handed down to us. And so it behooves us to be like, I'm settling this ish up. And for me, that's what my initiation has largely been about. It's like, I'm settling up my stuff, my feminine, all this karmic debt, blocked energy regarding my feminine energy. I'm getting ready to settle this up right here, right now. I think breast cancer is the other one that would be the other biggie. For There's the fibroids, and then there's the breast cancer. And I think Black women are disproportionately experiencing some of this, because it's so much that has accumulated that's so hardcore. And so it's really important for us just to be like, you know what? It's good. I'm good with you, mama. Mama don't have to change, because a lot of us got so much mama issue. Oh my God, so many issues regarding mama. I think that we need to settle up our karma with our sisters. Those of you who are born into a family with sisters, um, that can create problems also. And then start, um, the word my friend used the other day was metabolizing it. We got to metabolize this trauma from the ancestral lineage. And so when we heal our womb, I want you to understand this. You don't need to go back and try to figure out everything that happened. All you need to do is to heal your womb and operate from your power. That would be the second one. Heal your womb. Set the intention to clear up all that trauma that's coming down from the wombs through which we were birthed. We got to clear this up. And then the second thing would be, okay, I'm operating from my power. I'm operating from my woman power. And this is why at the beginning, I said we've got to do something with this second chakra. We got to keep this second chakra on point. The more we keep that second chakra on point, the more we will find we're going to have health in that womb area. And so, if you've experienced trauma, it'll feel like, I don't know if I can face this thing. It's so painful. Some of us have actually, like, settled in at home with our wounds, because it's going to keep us, like, aware. Nobody ever do that to me again. Nope. It's like, no, I'm telling y'all, it's hard. It's been many a days when I have cried so hard, because the release that's coming out of me, it feels like my body hurts. Feels like the hurt came through my skin. But then once I release it and let it go, oh my goddess, I feel so much better. Um, and then of course there is the physical part of it with, like, what are we eating? I do not advocate for any one diet. I don't think veganism is the answer for everybody. It might be the answer for a short time, or it might be, because people will lead you to believe that if you aren't a vegan, then the eating meat or eating animal products is hurting your womb. That is not true. Being a vegan is something that is, very new in this world. And I'm not against veganism, but I remember the guilt I felt because I had once been on that path, and I was like, it's not working for me. My life is crumbling as a result of it. But do I think it has merit for maybe detoxing the body, purifying the body? Yeah, for the short term. I don't really believe in actually any one diet. I don't believe in one way of eating fits everybody. I think are you mincing? Okay, if you are mincing, then you want to understand what does your body need at each one of those points of your cycle. If you're in perimenopause, you want to be looking at what does your body need for that particular hormonal body, because the fibroids and the breast cancer, I think, are also responses to our hormones. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional, just like a somebody who's really into health. And so I always tell people you want to make sure you are eating for your hormones. So the second thing I would say is you want to honor your menstrual cycle. When you need a break, take a break. If you having a whole bunch of cramps and heavy bleeding, that's an indication. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Part of the reason I initially got into veganism back in the 90s is because of Queen of Four. I was having very hard, painful, long, like 7-10 days of bleeding. And then I read her book. And once I read her book, y'all, what's the first one she put out? I can't remember it. But Heal Thyself. I read Heal Thyself and I just started doing everything that she said to do. And it worked in the short term, but being a vegan did not work in the long term for me. And as a perimenopausal woman, I couldn't even eat like that. I don't even know how she does it, to be honest with you. I don't even care. It's her business. Didn't work for me. My hormones required a certain level of eating. I remember my godmother would talk about, eat berries. Berries are very good for the womb. I was like, all right, I eat berries. I have no proof that what she said was true. I was just like, okay, sounds good to me. I can't even eat berries right now because I can't eat foods that are a certain color. Can't eat blueberries, can't eat raspberries, can't eat strawberries. I can't eat no kind of berries. So what? I'm gonna just be left out in the woods? No, my body doesn't need berries. I guess I ate too many trying to take care of my womb. Um, but yeah, I think also doing things like taking vacations, going for leisurely walks, relaxing, sitting at the pool, making sure that you monitor what kind of thoughts you're having. Because what I began to notice, and I did go one time when I first started going through perimenopause, you get confused, like, what's going on? Am I okay? So I went and saw this one gynecologist, which is very rare for me to go see a doctor. I will go see a nurse practitioner, but not a doctor. Only go to doctors when I really need to. And she was like, he was like, yeah, you have some small fibroids. And I said, you know what? I remember when I started getting to a place where I wasn't speaking, like, sometimes motherhood is challenging. And I had made a decision. I'm not yelling at my children. I'm not spanking my children. I am going to do my best to raise. Now I will match energy because I have 2 boys, you know, boys and girls. They all alpha. They're all jockeying, They don't mean it. I love children so much, but, you know, in order to be that parent who is not yelling, even on the inside, sometimes I would feel like I just wanna yell and scream right now, but I don't think that's not my way, and it's not gonna fix it. So, but instead of processing it, I didn't have all the tools to process it at the time. I would even feel that anger go down into my womb. And so when I found out, he said I had maybe 3 little fibroids, is what he called them. Shoot. I was like, I'm not sending no more energy down there. I got to figure out how to process this and get this out my body right away. So I think that's important. Process it, get it out of your body right away. And the other thing I'm gonna tell y'all, go braless as much as you can. Last little bit, go braless because of the meridians. This is what I learned. I went braless. I was already largely braless because I don't have big boobs, so I can do it. I can get away with it. And I didn't like, how tight the bras were that I was wearing. Um, but I went full on braless when I started learning about meridians. And so these meridians down here where the bra is, a bra line is, it squeezes those meridians. And so it starts blocking energy. Cause of course, for me, my biggest goal is to keep my boobs healthy. because that's, people in my family have had it, my mother and my mother's sister. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go braless and then I massage. This is why I'm showing y'all the meridian work, is because when we start working on our meridians and in our what else is it called? Our meridians and our lymph. You want to keep it flowing. You want to keep it moving, jumping and bouncing, doing all kinds of things to shake that body, shake all the stress out, process that energy. Like when we see the dog shake, when they get stressed, that's their way of shaking off the energy. So when we do that, that energy does not get stuck. So as much as you can, go boob free and then grab those boobs and massage them. Massage those boobs. And you'll even feel sometimes a little place of tenderness. Maybe massage even under your arm, all here, all here under that arm, the boob, massage it. That'll help keep the energy flowing. Massage down here at the creases of your leg, massage around actually your whole belly. It has its own lymph system. It's called the glymph. Massage that whole belly, right? And all of that will help keep your energy moving. Just by me rubbing on myself to kind of show y'all, it's like I feel like tingly and lit up. So you want to keep the energy moving. You want to process the wounding, the stuckness, and then everyday stuff. You want to process it over and over and over and over and over. Um, I want us to remove the imprint of, well, I got to just learn how to live with this. There's this one activist I know. She don't even get readings from me because she already knows what I'm going to tell her. You need to take care of yourself. The brother, what's his name? Eric Gardner up in New York. I can't remember when he was killed by the police, but his daughter, Erica Gardner, I would watch her. She would come on. I love the Benjamin Dixon show. She would come on his show. And I remember one time he said to her, "You really need to take care of yourself. You are too stressed." He could see it in her. And I didn't see it in her because, activists, a lot of times activists, they're just like really lit up. But he knew it because he's an activist when it comes to like reporting news or commenting on news. And he said, "You need to do something about yourself." Erica Gardner was gone within about 3 months. I said, "Benjamin, you had told her you need to do something. We're too used to it's like this pressure cooker. We just stay in this pressure cooker. We got to fight, 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 fight." Yeah, we got to fight and we got to go rest. We got to fight and we got to go on vacation. We got to do it all. I will say this activist, she will take some amazing vacations out the country and everything. I'm like, thank you. You cannot be fighting all the time. So I think that's something else. That was a lot. I hope that was good. And I hope that was helpful. Mm. I've never done it. Yeah. I've done a yoni cleanse, not a steam, but 100%. Thank you for that, Bliss. Oh, Eileen is here. Hey, Eileen. I'm going back up to the. Okay. Mm. Teas. Thank you for that, Natasha. Crystal Doula, goddess. Mm. So Natasha has been working on this. And I am just holding space that your womb is all healed up and those are gone. Um, my grandma, mom, and auntie had them and had surgery to remove them. I'm 30 with no children yet. So my mom is cautioning me. So I love that you're 30. How old were they when they got theirs? Because it sounds like you're already making progress. 30 is still real young too. That you're 30 and you don't have children. I still think that's super young. it sounds like you're doing your work too, Mystic Storm. But I hope that what I have shared for you works. And now, one thing that I will share with you is I never feared getting breast cancer ever, because I said, uh, you know what? I'm not here for that. My mother gave me some suggestions, and watching her and my aunt, they had two different outcomes. My aunt is still here, and then my mother-in-law had them. It was just like I started making choices, and I started watching. This is something I want you to think about, Mystic Storm, maybe even you too, Natasha. If y'all know this information, you may not know it. But if you do know this, I began to watch my mother and mother-in-law in particular. I haven't hung out with my aunt as much, but I have an idea. All three of them, their mother died when they were young. So my mother was maybe 4 when her mother passed. My aunt was 2. And my mother-in-law's mother passed when she was probably like 20, somewhere around that. Um, Now for sure, my mother and my mother-in-law, they had very big issues with worrying. They were worriers. So I was like, okay, they worry. So that's one thing I've got to get a handle on. Even as a little girl, I remember thinking, oh, I'm a worry wart. That's just how I am. And so I started saying, okay, I got to deal with this spirit of worry. I began to not see worry as just a state, but to see it as a spirit, because this thing would be jumping on a sister. I still have to be like, I banish the worry in the spirit of worry. Um, but yeah, I started telling myself, I just got to trust and believe 100%. I got to do whatever I can to walk confidently, courageously, and whatever it is I feel like I don't want to do, I'm going to do it, and just make choices and decisions. Like, I walk confidently, I walk in trust. I don't have to know all the answers, and I've got to do something to make sure that that's not I do something differently from them. So I would love to hear from you. What is it that they do? And so far so good. So far so good. I'm 52, so made it 2 years past how long my mom lived. um I'm very healthy. I have my little issues that I have to kind of like manage, but for the most part, I'm strong. I'm good, and that's just what I'm gonna own. So I really want you to own that. Tell your mama, "Thank you, mama," and I say this with a lot of love, and care and concern. And I'm happy that your mom is, cautioning you. But I want you to tell your mom, "Let me tell you what you're gonna speak into my life, mama. You're gonna speak health. Don't caution me about getting fibroids. Every time you think that, what I want you to think is my baby is healthy. She will always have a very healthy, vibrant womb. Doesn't matter whether you've had children or not. Her womb is speak. Tell her to speak health. Change her vocabulary in the way she's speaking, and I say that with respect. Here I am as a 50 plus mom, a 50 plus year old woman. So I speak with a lot of fire most days. But I say that with a lot of love and respect for your mom. But just tell her to change her vocabulary and her thoughts. Like for me with my kids, I'm constantly like, y'all gonna thrive. I was going through, this is something else I'm gonna offer you. Anyone who needs healing. So I do, hey Eileen. Um, she slept so good. I'm glad to hear that. Ho'oponopono practice, where I write down what want for a family member, and I just keep ho'oponoponoing it. And so I do that for my children. And I was looking through them the other day. I was like, oh my gosh, this is all coming true. I don't have say so in their lives, but this is what I'm speaking. So I want you to walk confidently that your womb is strong, your womb is powerful, and it is healed. It is going to stay healed and healthy. That's what I want to speak into your womb. That's what I speak into your womb, Mystic Storm. Is my sound gone? Okay. Wow, Virgo bliss. I would I that is amazing that you had to go through that. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so now I see why you're feeling it so viscerally, which we all would, about the sister who has been shot and killed. Um, I am really sorry. I love that. That is so good. I so love those hypnosis tracks, and I made them, and I listen to them every day. I don't watch the news. Hey, peaceful one. I don't watch news, but I still hear about things, especially when it's breaking information. Yeah, I'm the same way. Okay, good, Eileen. I don't have a TV or watch the news. This is Cindy, but I have not missed the tragedies that persist. So extremely heart and gut wrenching. It really is. I will be connecting with groups that are contributing to financial support. Yeah. I really think it's so good for us to yeah, support. This is just my opinion. The ones like the group that was there at the NRA convention yelling and screaming. I even saw that there was an activist who saw Ted Cruz at a restaurant later that day, right after, he had been the activist had been at NRA maybe reporting on it or something like that, but he was participating in the activism against NRA. And then um Ted Cruz was at NRA telling them they're trying to blame you all for all this gun violence, and it's not true. So he acted like he was an admirer of Ted Cruz to get up close to him and then started yelling and screaming all kinds of things at Ted Cruz, like, it's on your hands and, just what activists do. I'm like, that's who I want to fund right there. There's also funds for like when activists go to jail for their activism. There are people who have funds set up that will help them fight legal costs, like set bail and get out, and yeah, fight the legal proceedings that they will have to go through as a result of their activism. I think those are really important to um, to consider. That's just my opinion. Okay. Ah, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm feel teary-eyed. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Natasha. I love Eileen. Eileen coming in here, like, making sure we're gonna say Eileen is the, welcoming goddess, the goddess of welcoming. She is like, we getting ready to speak to everybody up in this piece. I love that. Thank you. You are right, predominantly Black, seems like every other day. Yeah. Let's see here. We just buried this is from Kita. We just buried my grandmother's last sibling yesterday. Wow. Wow. If it's not too much to ask, would you guys mind sending healing for my folks? Of course. So we now just envision. We don't know what Kita May looks like. I can't see if there's a picture, but we don't need to. We can just go into the Akashic records, connect with her energy just by reading these words. This is connecting you to her energy. And we just channel energy into Kita May and knowing that this is going to our family. The blessing of having had her grandmother sibling here for such a long time, but also the reality that a generation is now officially in ancestor world. And so that's sobering. What was the ancestor's name? Your new ancestor's name, Kita May. But we just send our hearts and love to your family. And that's that healing, soothing balm that is so needed as families heal up from the loss of a loved one. And we just send the energy. I'm sure if it's your grandmother's sibling, we just send, just tell you to go on ahead and cross fully over. Job well done. Your family has it from here. You're now an ancestor who can help your family from the other side. Ashe, ashe, asheo. Yeah. Okay, here's another one for Mystic Storm, the Womb Room podcast with Kiddist Ashe has some great episodes on fibroids. There are episodes that talk about healing trauma and working with food to heal fibroids. You can heal. Yes. So probably, reading that, what I would say to Mystic Storm is it would be good to watch what they say heals fibroids and do that to keep from getting them. Mhm. Akita, that's what I told a friend about emotions being stuck could be why she keeps getting them, and I was laughed at. A lot of people don't get that. Aw. When I got back here, I was re-diagnosed with HPV, and it's been out of my body. Ooh, for at least 15 years. I went back after doing self-healing techniques. It was said that my tests are now negative with womb healing. Oh my gosh, Virgo Bliss. I love that. I love that. Yeah. Meditations and Reiki on myself. I'm still working at it, but making better lifestyle choices. So, Mystic, fourth house, Jupiter in Virgo. Yeah, I would definitely do the work on your lifestyle a lot because Virgo is lifestyle, and Jupiter actually it will expand anything. It expands things indiscriminately. So I would encourage you to channel that Jupiter in Virgo by making sure that you continue to do astrology and that you have a very good, well balanced lifestyle where whatever's off, fix it. That's what Virgo is about doing, fixing things that are off. But yeah, I would definitely take that very seriously if I were you, Mystic Storm, when it comes to these fibroids. Mars and Neptune in Capricorn in the eighth house. Yeah, I do think that you want to take it very seriously. A lot of what we've shared with you today. Because I mean, Mars, oh my God. Capricorn, that's no joke. Taurus, 12th house. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I am telling y'all one of the best thing. I love functional medicine. That is something that has made a huge difference in my life. I would not have made it through perimenopause the um without functional medicine people. I'm glad that was helpful, peaceful one. Oh, it's Cameron's birthday. Tell Cameron I said happy birthday. They got fibroids in their late 40s and 50s. So we're not speaking that into any of your body. That was their journey. Your journey is your womb stays healthy, and this will not that it's just how it is. You have a healthy womb. You're so good. So you're welcome, Mystic Storm. You're welcome. Look, Eileen, I'm putting all this up here for Cameron, the young queen, my little niece. My family worries a lot. See, anxiety and depression runs deep in my family. I can tell you right now, I think worry is definitely one of those things that could create fibroids. good. I told her that I don't claim that for my life. I would change her vocabulary and thoughts. Yes. Yes. She cares. We know that. We do just need to give her new ways of thinking about your womb, and that we don't want her to be worried that you're going to get it. She needs to be like emphatic. My baby's womb is healthy, like that. My mama would speak negative things unknowingly until one day I said, please stop speaking. Girl. Okay. Right there. My thing is, okay, if you can't speak something positive into my life, I don't care who you are, don't speak it. Sometimes I'll tell my husband something. Oh, and I gotta run soon. I'm starting to coach more, y'all. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get ready for my coaching. So we've been having a great conversation. I see now we need to talk about this a little bit more, but I am gonna have to run. Um, but sometimes I'll tell my husband something. I'm like, I'm gonna tell you, this is what I need you to say to me right now. Why are you like trying to, and he's not, he's a realist. A lot of times people feel, they're more of like realist in their thinking. And I'll just be like, I'm gonna need for you to change what you're saying right now about my dream that I just told you I have for me. I'm gonna need for you to say something different, like something more positive. He'll be like, all right, he'll change it, right? I love that. I will write, burn, and release. My womb is strong. My womb is powerful, and I am healed. Ashe. Okay, Natasha, bringing it this morning. Ah. Okay, so, this ain't that one of the like the quintessential black names for that generation for grandma, Auntie Willa Mae. Willa Mae. Where ain't Willa Mae at? Yeah, I know Willa Mae. We went down there and got some food at Willa Mae house. That's how we be talking. Okay. And so you really are Keita Mae. I love that. We honor you. To the ancestor Willa Mae. Ashe to Willa Mae. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, you're on it. I'm happy for you. I'm very excited for you, Mystic Storm. Ah. All right, lovelies. As always, so nice to connect with you all. I'm gonna run because I need to be on a coaching call in about 20 minutes with my new coachee in my new world of being menopausal. I'm a proud menopausal. This is what it looks like, honey, to be 52 and in menopause. Okay. I'm a proud menopausal woman. Hey, yes. Thank you, goddesses. I love how we're multi-generational. You're welcome. This the May family right here. Keita Mae, Willa Mae. I love it. May. Y'all are amazing. Thank you. I love you all so much. Y'all are amazing. All righty, sisters, queens, goddesses. I will be back probably tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, because I want to do, or either I'll send it out in the newsletter. I need to do the wisdom for the month. So, yeah. Okay, Eileen. I will check that message. Alrighty, thank y'all. You're amazing. All right, y'all take care. I'll see you very, very, very soon. All right, peace and love. Yes, I do offer coaching, Shay. Erie Shay. I do offer coaching. You can send me an email if you want more information. I do have a few spots available. Yes, check my site. Um, Here, I'm going to send you here. Hold on one second. Yeah, I do sit and watch for comments afterwards. I'm still here. But I'm going to drop this in the comments. I hadn't even had to actually like advertise a lot about coaching. I've just been like connecting with people. Um, so there's the link, and you'll scroll down and you'll see where there's some coaching. But yeah, I'm here for you. I would love to work with you. Check with Eileen. She's been working with me for almost a year now. And I can set up a time to talk and we can chat and you can learn more about it, all that kind of good stuff, and we can get you going. All right. All right, I'm out. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Oh my gosh. Y'all just make my heart soar. I appreciate you. Thank you. You are an awesome queen leader too, Cindy.